All right. I think it's time for us to have a D&D adventure.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
love those.
This is, been really trying to build up the tension, um,
Yes.
and I think that we're. I'm still echoing.
Nope.
No?
Okay.
You're good. Let's go.
The Underdark.
Yeah.
We take you there now. You are in an enormous cavern underground. It's a big wide shot. We're starting cinematically. Big wide shot of this cavern, so large that it contains a city inside it. This cavern only accessible if you accidentally fall down a hole, as you all did some time ago. And the
Yes.
only way to leave, it seems, is through a golden kind of tube that lifts up out of the Empress's palace. You want to get out of this place, but the only way, it seems, to win the right to use that path is to become champions in the gladiatorial arena. Let's just talk a little bit about what we can see. At the very edges of this cavern, of course, there are tunnels. Last time you were tricked into going into those tunnels. You almost got eaten by a giant purple worm. But you managed to escape, and it couldn't follow you because of the warding stones that had been set up around the cavern to stop these purple worms from coming in and attacking the people inside. There's a sludgy river running through the middle of the cavern. On one side, where all the rich people live. On the other side, where the not-so-rich people live. And on that other side, of course, there is Bluegill's Bargain Burial Hole. Your manager, your gladiatorial manager who arranges your fights for you, Bluegill the Fishman, he is hoping to make his way up in society. He's wagered everything on you to win in the gladiatorial ring. On the other side, we have, of course, over in the Noble District, Zimar's Mausoleum, rival to Bluegill in terms of disposing of bodies. Zimar tried to lure you away, Dave, onto a gladiatorial team that he was setting up.
It almost worked.
It almost worked, but it didn't quite. We have Kimim's Weapons and Armor, your sponsor. You're all wearing t-shirts that have the treasure chest with a tongue poking out of your sponsor, Kimim, the talking treasure chest. And then we have the arena itself, filled now with fans because word has got out about what is about to take place. Normally, of course, the arena, though violent, has a low mortality rate because of the warding stones set up around the arena that will protect anyone from death. And instead of them dying, they will be transported below the arena to the waiting clerics. But you have agreed to a battle to the death with your rival gladiatorial team, the Cathies.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's my
A team of 4 silver-armored paladins who, it seems, aren't above a few underhanded tactics. They tricked you into going out into the caves, hoping that you would miss this battle.
It's a shame we're not playing like 3.5 or they'd have fallen.
Oh, right. In terms of paladins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, all these references I definitely get.
What else? So, looking around the arena, of course, we see in the VIP box, we see the Empress. And next to the Empress's consort, the barbarian Scar, who was once a gladiator himself, but became champion. The rest of his team ascended, but he stayed with the Empress.
Hi.
What's that?
Why would you stay?
I guess it's like a life of luxury.
They love each other.
Maybe, yeah.
that.
I would say so.
Does anyone have any questions? Are we clear, or did I miss anything?
Who are they paladins of?
That's a great question. And
Is it like a holy insignia or something?
why don't you roll religion?
Okay.
And I will Google.
That's a solid 4, Brendon.
Okay. Yep. You don't know.
I can just. It's like there's a flame.
Sure.
Probably.
Sure. There's
always a flame.
There's a flame.
Yeah.
Well, they're all carrying silver hammers to go with their silver armor. What are the pink sticks, Belt?
Oh, you mean this? It's a pen. And I do my writing, and then I...
The arena is packed to capacity.
Good.
Everyone has heard about what's about to go down. So anyone who wasn't already there has now rushed in. Everyone is watching in anticipation. You can even see some of the other gladiators in the arena. Some of your previous foes, the 4 men who are very good at fighting, the 100-acre boys, the teen turtles.
They're kind of our friends at this point. Can I give them a wave?
You can. One of them waves back, and the other 3 try and look staunch. But then, but then, like you see, they all then do like a little wave.
Yeah.
The announcer, you remember Felix Woundray, the spectator, the floating eyeball with the little tentacles. He now addresses the crowd. Well, folks, it's the moment you've been waiting for. A battle to the death between 2 teams of gladiators, Belt's buddies and the Cathys. Both get applause.
Yeah.
Cathys get a bit more applause. They've got an established fan base.
Yeah, that's true.
You see the Cathys wave to the crowd, but they seem to be waving in particular to a small group of people in the VIP box who are kind of chatting amongst themselves, drinking cocktails, and not really paying attention to what's going on.
Oh.
Is the barbarian guy in that group?
No, he's in a separate group. This seems to be like not the Empress's group, but just some other nobles.
Do the Cathys look a bit sad that they're not paying attention because it's like they're friends?
They're older than the Cathys. The Cathys are quite young, but they do seem a little bit disappointed that they are not getting any attention from them.
Huh.
I'd like
Do they look the same?
You know what? There is a little bit of a family resemblance, you might say.
Oh. Are they wearing the same clothes?
No.
Okay. But just like you can tell with the bone structure that there's some genetics at play.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
All right, it's time for us to roll the Wheel of Destiny and find out what arena this battle will take place in. So, Felix Woundray once again flicks the Wheel of Destiny that will decide what arena you're fighting in, and it goes around. Tick, 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 tick.
It's not. I don't understand.
I knew it.
physics.
I think there's some shenanigans going on here. I think because the Cathys were talking to him last time.
Whoa! This is surprising. It's the Cathys' favorite arena. It's the Glass Menagerie. The arena begins to transform, but now instead of the kind of marble surface, everything turns to glass. There are glass cages lining the sides of the arena, and inside those cages appear to be wild animals, but all of the wild animals are also made of glass.
Are they moving or are they still?
They are moving, and they're kind of like pouring against the cages. And now it's time for the battle to begin. Let's get ready to gladiate. And then you roll for initiative.
Ooh. Oh. 24.
Wow.
Damn.
9, 3. Okay. Trixie, you get to go first.
Okay, so between us and the Cathys, just glass?
So there is, you've pretty much got a clean shot between you and them, but along the sides are all of these cages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the cages have like doors?
Yes, made of glass. Yes.
Okay. Like, just a second. This might help. Okay, you see, this is the arena.
Oh, yeah, great.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and this is where we are here, and that's where they are on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run like over this way,
Okay.
like towards them, but not completely towards them, because I don't like to.
If you run all that way, you're running into a cage, but you can.
I'll jump on top of the cage.
Okay.
And
I
then
like how that diagram looked like a fox's face.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Interesting that as you run across, you come to a fox's cage.
Yay!
And I want to cast catapult on the door to catapult it up or out or whatever the direction it needs to go.
Oh, so you're throwing the door off its hinges.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do that. So the door pings off and then shatters on the ground. And the fox comes out of the cage. And you're leaping on top of it, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I leap on the fox.
Oh, you leap on the fox. What's your goal? What's your goal here?
To leap on a fox.
I want to leap on top of the fox.
Like
Is
crushing
it a
it?
fox-sized fox?
No, he wants to ride it.
You want to ride it.
Yeah.
Okay, roll animal handling.
Okay, well, I've got a big, juicy +1 in that. So with my notoriously amazing... I got a 19 on the dice. They're nice to me today. That's a 20, Brendon. So...
Okay. Yes. You leap on top of it, and there's a bit of a like clink. It almost crushed, but you're so kind of agile and delicate in your movements that yes, you cling to the back of this fox, and it starts to kind of run around. You feel like you've actually got a bit of control over it. So, where do you want to direct it?
Yeah, I'll just like kind of, if we may refer back to this, I'm just going to kind of go to take the perimeters, you know? I'm just going to move around the outskirts like this.
Okay. Yes. So you start to curve your way around the arena. All right. So now it is the turn of the Cathys. So what they're going to do is So first of all, they all put their hands in the middle, and then you see like a kind of blue glow surround each of them. Then they run along the opposite side to you, and they start smashing open the cages.
Ooh.
with their hammers, just smashing through all of these glass bars. And a whole bunch of, like, a glass bear and a glass lion and a glass tiger all
Oh my.
all come out of their cages, looking around and snarling.
And I
Is
got the
there a
fox.
glass cat?
Sorry?
Is there a glass cat?
There's tigers and lions, but there are no domestic cats. Actually, Dave, you might notice a hyena has come out.
Oh. I helped a hyena.
Yeah, you might even... Dave, do you want to make an investigation check? Just
Yes, I do. 9.
9. You do remember that you did help a hyena underneath the arena, and you looking at the cages,
Arena hyena.
the arena hyena. The layout of the cages seems to kind of match the cages below the arena.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, and I think it was it Belt next?
Oh, good. Okay. So the rest of us are still on the platform.
Yes.
Okay. But there's like animals and Kathy.
Animals and Kathy's abound.
And Trixie's on a fox.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other smaller animals than the ones that you listed?
Are there any in particular you're looking for? A
No.
lot of animals, so if you name one.
Hey, are there any horses?
There's a glass horse still in its cage.
I'm going to go get that out and I'm going to get on it.
So, yeah, you climb towards this horse and it reminds you of horses. And it makes you think about horses.
Yeah.
And you think, that horse, it's like, don't I have a horse? Can't I magically summon it? You say to yourself?
Hey, that's a really good point. So as I'm on my way to the horse, I'm like, wait a minute.
Unless you want your horse to ride this horse.
That's exactly what I would like. No, what I want to do is I want to have one on each, and I want to stand on both of them.
Okay, magnificent. So you let out the glass horse. You summon your horse Pants.
Yes.
And then you leap on their back so that you're standing, presumably to get the height advantage.
Yes, 1 foot on one, 1 foot on the other.
Okay, I think this must be an acrobatics check to balance.
Okay.
But because you're an expert in horsemanship, I'll give you
Yes.
advantage on it.
Nice. Good, because that first roll was terrible. And that's only slightly better. So 12.
12. All right. It's not graceful, but you, with a bit of wobbling, you are able to stay on the back of the horses.
Yes.
All right. Who's next? Dave?
Yep.
Go for it.
Well, okay. I've got a theory that I want to test out.
Okay.
I want to use my wits and figure out if these are literally the animals from the cages underneath that have some sort of illusion or enchantment on them, or if they're like copies.
Okay.
And yeah.
Arcana?
Or could it be something more natural?
Oh, okay.
Like testing if they're real animals or
Okay.
instead of spells of animals?
A nature check then.
Yep, thank you. 15.
15. You do see that, yes, these match up to all of the animals that were below ground, and maybe they have been magically transformed into glass.
Cool. I don't know what I was intending to do with that information, but I'm glad that I know.
Okay, there's still time for you to do something.
Great. in that case, I wanna ride up to the hyena.
Yes.
I say ride, even though it's just me running. I don't
Gallop?
know.
Trot?
Yeah, I gallop over. I gallop over to the hyena,
Mhm.
and I want to convince it to attack the Cathies.
Okay. Do we think this might be persuasion? Animal handling. Animal handling.
Okay. 12. I'm rolling really middle of the road here, Brendon.
The least exciting way to roll. Okay. What do you say? What do you say? What do you do to convince this hyena?
I say, hey, buddy, I bet you haven't been eating very much, but there's some lovely little cans of food just over there, and I'll totally back you up.
Okay. The hyena seems somewhat convinced, but more like it's going to follow you rather than you follow it. As in, it's not going to lead the
Okay.
way, but it will follow you.
That'll do.
Okay. And now Alfonso.
Okay. Is it can I roll for something to see if I can tell anything about the people in the audience that they were waving at?
Oh yeah.
What
Okay.
what sort of a check is that?
I think that should be insight.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for insight.
We've had a couple of people join, so I'll just summarize.
19!
19. Amazing. So, just to quickly recap, you're doing battle in the gladiatorial arena against these four paladins. You're fighting in an arena made of glass with glass animals. With your 19, you look up at the people in the audience, and you understand exactly what's going on now.
Yes.
These are the parents of the Cathies.
Ha! Yes.
And you get the sense that the Cathies have been trying to get their attention, and that they have been failing at that.
Okay, I've got it. So what I do, this is my actual turn now. I can have a turn now?
Yeah, you can do something, yeah.
Okay, good. So what I do first is I look at the Cathies, and then I go, oh my God, what's that over there? And my acting is so convincing that they all look. And then when they're all looking, I use my power to disguise myself as one of the older Cathies up in the audience. Okay? And then by the time they turn back, bang, I'm that person. And then can I do something else? Do I have to roll for that?
That's plenty. That's plenty. Okay, so you're casting disguise self, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to need to do a deception check so that they don't see you making that transformation.
Oh, that's good. I got a +6 for that.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
17 +6 is a fucking lot of numbers.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You get them to all look away, and when they look back, you look like one of their parents.
Yeah. Good.
Wow.
Is that the end of my turn?
I think that is. You might have time to say or do something as the parent.
Okay. Then I want to. I look at their bone structure, and then I get out my mirror and I look at my bone structure, and I decide which one is probably my daughter or daughter girls. And then I make my final move towards them.
Okay. Yeah, it matches with the one with a green cape, who
Okay.
you know is Kathy with a K.
Ugh. Okay, and is that the end of my turn?
I think that's the end of your turn.
Oh, thank you. It was a very fun turn. Thank you.
All right. Now, Dave, further to your thoughts about these animals, you wonder to yourself, does this mean that all of these animals die?
Oh no, because it's immortal. It's to the dead.
Yeah, you know that you picked up that this is not the first time this arena has been used, and so certainly other times the animals have survived, but maybe with the safeties turned off.
But the
I don't know.
stone's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Oh
God's sake.
no. Well, okay, I need to protect them.
Okay. Who? Trixie? You seem to have frozen.
Yes, very frozen.
I'm not. I think Trixie's just committing
Like
to that.
he's made of glass.
He's disappeared. In fact.
That's rogues for you.
Okay. He's gone silent. And he was next to act, so he has chosen to hold his action.
Okay.
He's
Oh,
appearing from the
he's back.
shadows.
He's back.
Oh wow!
The skater
Okay,
just-
wow, that was a good sneak attack. Okay,
Advantage?
what are you gonna do, Aaron?
Oh, who could say? Okay, I think I'm going to. I'm at the moment. I'm gallivanting around the sides of the arena.
Mhm.
We're feeling them out at the moment. You know, we're putting on the show. I'm going to just do some flips and pirouettes and standing on my hands a bit on the back of this fox to get the crowd going.
Okay, make a performance check.
What about acrobatics?
Yeah, okay.
I like
That's
this,
really
Brendon.
good.
Okay. Oh man. All right,
I'm
that's a
too tired to
14.
argue. Sorry, what?
It's a 14.
A 14. Yes, you do some lovely flips. Now, it may not have the same pizzazz as a performance. You know, it's more of a technical display. And people are like, yes, that must have taken a lot of practice. Like watching a juggler without the banter.
That's the best way to watch them,
Yeah.
if you have to.
And in the meantime, I'd like to just kind of get my rope in my hands. I'm not doing anything with it, but it's kind of ready to go.
Okay.
And that's me.
You do hear there's a bit of a murmur, like, oh wait, is that one Belt or is that one Trixie? So the crowd is certainly paying attention to you.
Brand recognition's a little off.
All right. So now it is time for the Cathys to act. So first of all, Kaz, the one with the yellow cape, is going to run towards you, Trixie.
Oh.
And as she runs, suddenly she is going to split into 3 parts, as in there's going to be like 3 versions of her.
Okay.
And then she's going to swing her hammer at you.
All 3 of her?
They are all going to swing, yes. All right, and a 2-handed swing hits you, and because of the speed that you're going, it's quite a strong impact. You take 11 damage.
Oh. Okay. Cool. 11 down, 11 to go.
And she says, I bet you wish you'd left the safeties on now.
She's sassy.
I say, what? Oh, the safeties. I get it.
She's a sassy Kathy. Bless you.
I say to her, well, maybe you should have worn your PPE. And I throw a handful of sand in her face.
You can do that on your turn.
All right, well, then I will.
Belt?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, there's more Cathys to go.
Oh, damn.
Maybe.
But the reason I say Belt is because the one in the red cape is going to attack
Which
you.
Kathy is that?
That's Kathy with a C.
What a C.
She's going to look at you.
Oh no!
And she's going to say, grovel. And now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, it's really wise that this will be fine.
Yeah, it's not so good, but we'll see. Could be worse. Could be worse.
Well, let's hear it.
Oh, it's an 8.
An 8. You feel yourself compelled to grovel. And so you drop off your horses, or
What?
um,
That doesn't sound like me at all.
yeah, in a truly uncharacteristic behavior. Let's say you kind of kneel down on the back of these two horses, and you say something grovelly. Do you want to say something a little grovelly?
No.
But you must.
Oh. Oh, like little bit of like. Oh. Bit of that? Is that good enough?
Okay.
Yes, Your Majesty. That's what Alfonso makes me say sometimes.
Okay. And then.
Thanks.
So Kathy, Kaz, with the yellow cape, is going to look over at you, Alfonso, and she.
And I'm going towards green, Kathy.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
like green, Kathy.
Sorry, that's who I meant. The one with the green cape, Kathy with a cape.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
with the
okay.
cat.
She's going to look at you and,
Yes.
and be like, Mum, is that you? What
Can I talk to her?
What are you doing here?
Oh, okay. So what did their accent sound like? I need to make sure my performance is
Sounded a little bit British.
a little bit British.
I'll just roll with it.
Kathy, dear, I know that you've been so angry at us ever since we gave you Kathy C. Oh no, wait, it's a K with a K. And I know you're upset. Okay, and I do that thing that Belt does, where I put my hand on their shoulder and I say, darling, I, as your parent, have failed you. But there comes a time in everyone's life where the things that your parents just couldn't give you, you have to learn to give to yourself.
Give her a bit
And
of
then,
this.
just like Belt, I give them a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
And I look really loving and supportive.
Okay, that look of love and support makes her suspicious. And so she's going to make an investigation check now to try and see through your disguise. Which she does. And so she says, "What an idiot!" As if my mother would try and show me affection. Ha ha ha! You loser.
Okay, can I say something else?
Go for it.
I was just fucking kidding. You are a disappointment to me. You are terrible. And there's only one way that you are going to win my love and prove to me your worth. And that's if you go and stab the other Kathy.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
I was intimidated.
I get a
I think
plus
with
3 for
advantage.
that.
With
With
advantage.
advantage?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Either 10 or, well, plus 2. So either 13. Oh, yeah, it's that. 13.
Okay. She does kind of back down and she starts to slowly back away from you. Seemingly
To go and stab someone?
she doesn't look like she's going to stab someone, but she looks like she doesn't want to be anywhere near you.
Okay.
Okay, Belt. Go for it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. I have 2 horses.
Yes, you're kneeling on the back of 2 horses, groveling.
Man, I'm incredible.
Yeah, but that actually takes your whole turn.
What?
Yeah, I know.
So wait, what? Why?
Because
I didn't do it.
She cast command on you.
Uh-huh.
Remember how Skinner used to do that to people?
Don't talk about Skinner.
Okay.
Oh.
He's still alive, isn't he?
At this moment, yes.
I mean, fine then.
All right. Who's
This
next?
is crap. Kathy sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
Dave.
Oh, I know you all probably want me to help fight the Cathys, but I've got really important things I've got to do. And Ciaran just watched The Jungle Book again last night, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run out into the middle of the arena, and I've got a tinderbox and a torch and 50 feet of rope.
Now is not the time for Tinder.
And I'm going to set it all on fire, because then that will drive all the animals to the outsides of the arena, so they won't get caught in the crossfire.
Okay.
But
Because they'll be scared.
Great, good plan.
All right.
Should I make a survival check?
Yes.
I'm just imagining how exposed my groin is right now. With 2 scared horses underneath me, like, thanks, Dave.
That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, you do it. You start this fire, and all of the animals start to cower away from it.
Awesome.
Great.
Alfonso.
Wait a second, Brendon.
Yeah.
Horses bolt at fire. They bolt like it's massive and big. They would run away in fear.
All right.
Right?
No, good call. So the horses run away in fear. Belt, I want you to make an animal handling check to see if you can stay on your horse.
18 plus 4.
Okay. Yes, incredibly, you are able to keep your balance on both of these horses and keep them from panicking.
Is that maybe knocked Belt out of that horrible effect?
Yes, that does also you regain your confidence in yourself.
Great.
That was the whole plan, Belt.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Dave.
All right. Whose turn is it? Alfonso? Alfonso.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Green Cathy is like walking away from me.
Yeah, backing
and,
away. Yeah.
Okay, backing away, kind of like vulnerable, would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, and I'm still dressed like the mom as well. Eh?
Yes.
Okay. Look, I'm just gonna, because they're vulnerable and I've kind of tricked them and they're gonna be like unawares. I'm just gonna be like suddenly, like out of nowhere. I'm just gonna be like, bam! Like
Oh, we didn't see it at all.
Did you see it?
No.
I got 2 more.
Okay, so you're doing Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 2 attacks.
And what? 2's the bigger one, like advantage?
No, tell me both of them. You're firing.
both
You're
of them.
firing 2.
12. Plus I add.
6.
So 12 plus 6 is 18.
Yes.
And natural 20.
Wow.
In case anyone needs to see it, I can move the thing.
So, Kathy with a K had a kind of a magical shield around her, but your Eldritch Blast punched straight through that. The first sends her staggering back, and then the second one sends her crashing into a glass cage, which then like glass kind of showers over her, and she's like buried under broken glass.
Oh, does it stab her up pretty good?
It looks painful. It looks very painful.
Yeah. Stabbing.
And in fact, just at that moment as she's flying through the air, she looks, the 2 of you make eye contact, and she's like,
Yes.
Mom?
And I just go,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, who's next? Is it background to...
That's the end of the round.
So it's background to Trixie.
Yeah. So I'm on the ground now, aren't I?
So you are on a fox which is running away.
Oh, cool.
Away from the 3 different versions of Kathy with a K, who just hit you with a hammer.
Oh, that's... Well, I might just... I got my rope out last time,
Yes.
so I'm going to get a lasso. How closely together are
How closely together are what, sorry?
the 3 images of Kathy together?
Yeah, they're all within they're 6 feet apart. Some social distancing.
Okay, not ideal, but
Mhm.
approximate. Well, I'm just going to go for the one on the left. I'm
Mhm.
going to try to lasso it, and that's what I do. Oh, actually, is there any way? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? This is good. I get out my water skin, and I make it my oil skin. It's my oil skin, right? My bag of oil.
Uh-huh.
I flap it around like that, and so to spray all of them with oil, and I pay close attention to see which image the oil lands on and which image the oil just goes through.
Okay.
All right.
Good plan.
That
Hey,
sounds pretty
thanks,
good.
man.
All right,
Plus, they're all a little bit more flammable now.
make a perception check.
Perception on the dice. On the dice, it's a 7 plus 4. 11.
11. Yeah, so you can see the oil splashes through 2 of them and lands on one of them.
Great. And I lasso that.
All right, roll your attack.
Okay. I got a 16 on the die. I don't know if I've got proficiency or what, or you want to add my dex.
You can add your proficiency. So that does successfully lasso her.
All right.
And as your fox scampers away, she's pulled off her feet and starts to get dragged behind you. So we have one Kathy being dragged, one Kathy in a pile of glass. That leaves 2 Kathys.
Do the imaginary Cathys also get dragged along by nothing, or
Yes,
are they just
being
standing there
dragged
being
along beside? It's weird. It's a weird image. Okay. So Kathy with the red cape, the one who caused you to grovel, belt. She is going to run over and she is going to try and knock you off the horses with her hammer. But you are able to leap over her swings and are unharmed by her attacks.
But I'm still on my knees, right? So it's ah!
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah! It's pretty expert and very balls out.
Yeah. And then finally, the Kath with the blue cape. She's going to make a kind of a golf swing into the glassy floor and just send shards of glass flying towards you, Dave, who are in the center.
Oh no.
And you are showered in glass. You take 6 damage.
Okay.
And then I think it's your turn to act.
Yeah, it is. And now that the elusive blue cat has acted, I'm gonna stare her down, and I'm gonna be and I cast Hunter's Mark, which is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then I lower my glaive and I go, rah! And I charge at her.
Okay, great. Roll your attack.
That's a 21.
Yeah, that's a strong hit.
Cool. And I get a D10 and then a D6 because of the hunter's mark.
Okay, yes, you slice deeply into her armor, denting it and sending her staggering back.
And then I kind of spew a mouthful of glass at her, just intimidatingly.
Okay. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. Alfonso.
Okay. So Green Kathy is on top of all the broken glass and it looks quite painful.
Yes.
Is she face down?
She's on her back.
On her back, so she's face up.
She's not really moving.
Okay, great. So what I do is I summon my floating disc, right?
Yes.
And I get on my floating disc, and then I go over it. So like this is the broken glass, and this is her, and then on my floating disc I come over and I just, and then I make myself 8 times the weight. Rub it, just rub her in there. Just rub it in there. And if I can, I want to like get it so hard down and then like kind of rub it this way so that I turn her like she's a sausage roll. I rotate her over so her face goes onto the broken glass and her face is in the broken glass and I'm heavy on top. Do you see what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I'm going to give you a point of inspiration for that. And also there is a huge like whoa from the crowd as they've seldom seen anything so brutal.
Do their mums clap?
They look up from their cocktails.
Yeah. Does Belt look over?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as you describe it, yes, your disc slams down into the glass, and there's like cracks spread out from below it. And when you lift up again, it's slightly cartoonish in the way that she's like embedded into the glassy floor. She is completely unmoving.
Okay, so can I stop trying to kill her now?
Yeah, I think so. I think she might have been out of it.
We don't get that flash of light and disappearance that usually confirms that we've won. It's hard to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased with myself, and then what I do is I give myself a high five, and then I realize it's just a clap.
Great. Dave?
No, I think I've just been.
Who's then Belt?
Okay. Okay, so there's the 2 ladies still.
Yes.
Okay, what are they up to?
Let's see. One of them just got hit by Dave.
Oh.
And the other one tried to hit you with their hammer, and you
that's
you
right.
avoided them.
She's got the red cape, is that
Yes.
right? Okay, red cape lady. Okay, cool. And where is she now? Is she really close?
Well, she's really close because she just took a swing at you.
Okay, cool. Here's what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stand on the horses now with my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to standing on them, and then I instruct the horses to ride either side of her.
Uh-huh.
And I put my great sword between my legs, like swinging it like this.
I can visualize it. Yep.
And I'm like, yeah.
Okay, why don't you roll your 2 attacks?
Good. There was a 12, but +5 because of greatsword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. and that was a 10. So 17 and 15.
Okay, you can of course take 2 extra attacks if you really want to.
Yeah! Let's really get her with my sword, Dick. 10
Thanks for speaking out the subtext there.
and
We were
14.
all thinking it.
10 and 14.
Okay, there's a flurry of blows from between your legs.
Tell me about it. Am I right?
You lay all about her, and she's sent kind of down, and then she's knocked over, and then she's trampled a little bit by your horses.
Horses. That's what would happen.
Leaving her also buried into the glass.
Yeah.
Trixie, you are dragging Kathy and the Kaz behind you on your fox.
What I'm going to do is direct my fox towards that pile of glass that Alfonso made such wonderful use of.
Okay.
I want to ride straight for the pile of glass, and then this fox and I jump over, and then we continue riding.
Okay. Yep. So that's make.
They chose the wrong favored terrain, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. So animal handling. You've created a bond now with this fox, so I'll give you advantage.
That's very generous of you, Brendon. We've got an 11 and a 5.
An 11 and a 5. That's with adding it up. Okay.
Oh, you can add them if you want.
No.
I'd be happy with it.
So here's what happens. You do exactly what you intended to do, apart from the fact that as the fox leaps, you tumble off backwards and land on top of Kaz as she's being dragged through this glass.
Okay.
So she takes damage, but you are also going to take 3 damage.
Ugh. I think this is the lowest I've ever been.
You're like 8 now.
Oh my god, are you psychic or something? That's really freaky.
I don't know. I'm an elf. I'm figuring it out as I go.
All right, here's what happens. Kath, with the blue cape, looks down at the blood that is seeping from out of her armor after you attacked her. She looks around and sees her 3 companions all buried in piles of glass. She takes a moment and then she drops her hammer on the ground.
Oh,
And she drops to her knees.
Yes.
I've got a feeling that a Dark Elf Empress doesn't really care about mercy.
And she says, We surrender. You win.
I look at the Empress.
Completely impassive.
Ooh, the crowd.
Ooh. Yeah. What are the crowd doing?
They are like murmuring and hubbubbing.
Like, when we were like really bloodying those people up,
Mm-hmm.
how was the crowd reacting?
I mean, they were enjoying it. They were loving it.
I have a move set up that's just too. I'm sorry. I say.
Okay.
So there's this pile of fire in the middle of the arena, right?
Yeah.
And I know that was going to scare all the animals away, except for one. I'm just gonna throw her towards the fire, and the rhino, because as you know, rhinos when they see fire, they come and they try to put it out. That has been making its way across the arena this whole time, and it's probably going to try and put that fire out.
What?
Okay.
So I throw Kath into the fire,
Uh-huh.
and
then
then maybe
the rhino
and then who
comes
knows what happens
and
once.
stomps on the fire and her.
Mhm.
The rhino stomps, and then the entire floor starts to crack and shatter, and the entire ground disappears beneath you, except for the area where the four of you are standing.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why fire is so.
So leaving the four of you in the middle of the arena on an island of glass, hearing the cheers of the crowd.
Cool.
think-
Okay, should we address the crowd?
Go for it.
Okay. I say, are you not entertained? Just because it feels like the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they say?
They cheer.
Oh, good. They are entertained.
Nice. I
They're,
ripped my shirt open.
they're more entertained.
Yeah.
The bloodlust starts to recede from Dave, and he looks at the holes in the ground. Oh no, what have I done?
What have you done?
Yeah, what have you done?
She asked for me to stop, and I didn't.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, you put her under the fire. We didn't even say
Yeah.
anything. Just did it.
But we had to do that.
Yeah.
I
Don't
guess
worry,
so.
man. It was pretty cool.
You look up into the VIP box.
Yes. What's the Empress doing?
She again is quite impassive.
Okay.
You see next to her on one side is her consort, Scar. You see standing at her shoulder is Zima. I'd like someone to make an insight check. Whoever thinks they have the best read on Zima.
I've got a +1 on insight. Oh, also,
I talked
I've
to
got
him the most, but I
inspiration at the
didn't
moment.
understand it all.
Okay,
Should I try?
go for it, Alfonso.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay, you see on Zima's face absolute fury. But
Good.
then you see a change in his expression. And then you see him slowly start to clap. Like a slow clap, then a fast clap. And then you hear him declare, "Champions! Champions!" And you, he's got a lot of people around him. They pick up on that chant, and soon the entire arena is shouting, "Champions! Champions! Champions! Champions!"
I start voguing in time with the beat.
The Empress, who's been sitting impassively this whole time, stands up and takes in everything, and then she just nods her head. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And then do we ascend?
Yeah, let's jump forward a little bit. You've had your wounds seen to by Brendon the cleric.
Oh.
Oh.
Does that mean we're getting a tip-top?
You are going to get 9 HP back.
Woo.
Oh, sick. That's me back to full.
You find yourselves now inside the Empress's palace. You see this enormous, seemingly like glass tube leading up from the palace into the roof of the cavern. There's a golden light kind of glowing through it. And gathered around you are all of the dignitaries and luminaries of the Underdark. So the Empress is there. Her consort is there, Scar. Zima is there, and looking a little bit out of place is Bluegill. And Bluegill's saying, "Oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you."
Yeah, that's nice.
Some guards come and return all of your equipment.
Woohoo!
That's great.
Any money I give to Blue?
Sorry?
Any money I have, I give to Blue Girl.
Oh, that's very...
Just say thanks.
Also, I think I've got 2 great swords now and 2 long bows.
You do.
So I one of each to Bluegill as a little gift.
Oh, thanks. Maybe I'll start a new gladiatorial
I don't
team.
think you should if you can't say it, man.
Yeah, I don't think.
Also, just while we're here, I want to have a little bro chat about your gambling issues.
Oh.
Just don't do it.
Well, Zima has to pay up now.
What?
Zima has to pay up now.
Oh, does it?
Would have had to have given him my whole hole.
What? So
You
gonna
should
get a lot
never
of money
give
off
your
him?
whole hole to anyone.
Yeah, my debts are paid off. Smooth sailing for Bluegill from now on.
Yay, Blue Girl!
Oh, that's good. That feels good.
It's a shame I'll never get to show your hull to my boyfriend's dick. Anyway.
Well,
What?
why don't you come back and visit sometime?
We will.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to do that.
All
I
right.
don't think.
So the 4 of you enter the tube. Belt, how do you get in?
Feet first.
Hey. The 4 of you are standing on a platform, not dissimilar from the kind of platform that you summon Alfonso. Everyone's standing back. Zima comes over and closes the kind of the door on the tube, and just as he's doing it, he says, I thought you'd really ruined my plans, but I think things are going to work out pretty well.
What do you mean?
Oh, well.
That's great, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm glad that everyone can be happy.
here's the thing about being a necromancer. You need access to a lot of bodies, and if people just throw them down a hole, well, it's hard to raise an army of the undead, if you know what I mean. But when there's 4 less paladins around, well, I think that this is going to go quite well. Slam.
Uh-oh.
And then you very slowly start to rise up in the tube. You watch as Zima walks over, whispers something to the Empress, and she laughs. And then he goes over to whisper to Scar, and as Scar leans in to hear it, Zima stabs a dagger into his chest. You see Scar stagger back, and from
And we're
Should
like
we
behind the
do
glass?
something?
what do you want to do?
Are we behind the glass?
Yeah, you're in the glass tube, and you're slowly rising up.
Okay. I do this. Against the glass.
Okay.
I'm going to give a mighty kick to the glass with my back hooves.
Okay. Make an attack on it.
I do this and fog up the glass immediately.
24.
24. Yeah, you shatter a hole in the side of the tube.
Uh-huh.
By this point, you've risen up about a story, and you can see in this surrounding city there seems to be quite a bit of chaos. People are coming out of the arena, but there seems to be kind of a, should we say, a grey tide of humanity originating from Zima's mausoleum.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's
So
right.
you've smashed a hole in the side of the tube.
How does
Maybe we should
necromancy
just
work?
not be going up there.
That's when you raise the undead and use them as
But
your
if we
servants.
kill the guy who raised the dead, do the dead that he raised go down again?
You have definitely heard of that happening in the past. Yes.
Okay. Then I say we fucking blast him.
Okay. What are you going to do?
What do you think I'm gonna do?
Okay.
Okay.
Roll your attack.
Oh, okay. 20 something. And what's my plus for plus 6? 20 something and 20 for my Eldritch Blast.
Wow, powerful hits. Yes.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Yay, that one worked.
My cat didn't like it.
So, yes, both of your Eldritch Blasts slam into him, and he staggers back. He turns and starts to run away, and as he does, Scar, who's now emanating from the dagger in his chest, there seems to be like black tendrils covering his body.
Ew.
He stands between you and the retreating Zemar. What do you want to do?
Are we out of the glass tube now?
You can be if you want.
No, I want
Yeah.
to stay there. I want to stay there for a little second because the first thing I want to do is get my out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit Zima. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Roll your attack. He has cover because Scar is standing between you.
Go Scar first.
Sorry?
We're higher, aren't we?
That's true. Yep.
We are higher.
We have the high-
I actually think
I
you
have-
have an ability to ignore cover anyway, so you just roll your attack.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah, that's a hit. Your arrow strikes into him, and he starts limping. He's still trying to get away, but he's limping.
Yeah, right. Good. Okay, good.
Trixie, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to jump out of that tube, dash over to him, not like an official dash action.
An unofficial
that up.
dash. Yep.
I using the appearance and the illusion of a dash. I run up to him and I say, well, I guess now you're in trouble. And you're definitely going to want to be keeping both your eyes, the two of you, on me, the most dangerous member of our group, Belt. This is the dangerous guy over here. And basically I just keep going like that. I'm just talking and
So you're
talking.
trying to draw attention to
I
yourself.
am. But also I'm like really, really alert. Like I'm ready to vamoose.
Okay. How about a deception check then to draw everyone's attention to you?
Okay. My deception is a +5. Nice. It's a 14.
It's a 14. Okay. You draw everyone's attention apart from Zemar, who is now run out of sight.
Where did he go?
He's running through the palace.
Right.
If you are still ascending up with the view you get, you see him weaving through the streets and seemingly back to the arena.
Whose turn
So
is it?
So we're not in combat.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. I still don't know how this game works. Okay. I feel strongly we need to kill Zema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lovely suggestion on the chat for a homing arrow. I don't know what that means.
that was at one point one of Belt's abilities. I just don't remember if you had it in the build.
And
I
this
no longer have it, no. But I did look after. I should have made that a grasping arrow, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, then there's only one thing for me to do. I know I'm rising up and I'm in the little thing. But what I also do is I summon my disc so I can go bloop bloop out of this one onto my disc. And then I go vroom, straight over where he is.
Can I
And
hit you
then
right on that
out of
too?
nowhere, I'm like, bam!
Okay, so through the hole that Dave kicked in the tube, You summon the disc and you jump out. Does it? And Trixie's on the ground.
I'd like to go too.
Dave's hopping on the disc.
So
You
I
can
walk
come too.
backwards.
Anyone can come.
Belt.
Oh.
Do you want to come onto
You
my
can.
desk?
I mean, you
Belle?
can leave them all behind and go up to the surface.
Yeah.
You got your ticket out of here.
Oh, y'all. Imagine.
I'll get you.
No, I'll come with you.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So you're following him on the disc.
Yeah.
Um.
And then I blast him.
Hold on. Trixie, you're following along on the ground.
Okay.
I want you to make. You are going to have to weave through some zombies.
Okay. I've got like street smart type skills though,
Oh
so
yes,
that probably
you have a gift for finding your way through the back alleys of any city. So you are able to make your way through some back alleys and avoid the zombie horde that Zima has summoned.
the main street.
You make your way to the arena. The three of you fly into the arena. The arena has now returned back to its original state, and it is abandoned. People have obviously left in a rush.
On my way on the disc, I'd like to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Okay,
Go.
you do that. What does it do?
It means all undead have disadvantage to attack me, and I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Great. All right. You fly into the arena, and you see that Zima is standing to one side. He has a kind of a small number of zombies standing around him like human shields. And he says, I can't believe you gave up the opportunity to leave the Underdark. I've clearly misjudged you.
Yeah, Zima, we're not dicks.
Well, I suppose I'm going to have to kill you then.
I suppose we're gonna have to not let you do that.
Yeah. Tell him.
All right,
Thanks.
let's
Thanks,
roll
Doc.
for initiative.
Okay.
20.
6.
18.
10.
Okay, Belt, you are up first.
Yeah. Well, first thing I'm going to do, Brendon, is I'm going to do what I should have done last time, which is I'm just going to longbow him with my grasping straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, thanks for asking, Alfonso. So when this arrow strikes its target, conjuration magic creates grasping poisonous brambles, which wrap around the target. The creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage.
That's taking a lot of D.
Yeah. I think it's about time Zima took serious D. Okay, I'm rolling.
Go for it.
Yeah, 13 plus 9.
Yeah, that's a hit. So, the zombies surrounding him try and get in the way, but your expert archery, a lifetime spent at the archery range, pays off. And your arrow flies through, and then like vines come up and wrap themselves around him.
Yeah.
He's like, ugh, ugh, ugh. Let me go.
You know what I say to him? I shout, "Hey Zima, when you're dead, I'm gonna throw you in Bluegill's hole."
No, no.
And then I rip my shirt.
Again.
Ah!
Okay. So who was the next? Who?
I got 18.
18. Okay. Yep. Dave.
Right. Well, with this protection magic that's like orbiting me, I think it's my job to run interference. So I'm gonna go and just like crash into the zombie horde that's surrounding him and try and just make him real clear for the others.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Natural 20.
Hey.
So that's 26.
Yeah. So you're like a bowling ball knocking over pins. You send the zombies flying.
Yeah.
Leaving Zemar completely exposed. Who's next?
I don't know. Is it me or is it Trixie?
What did you roll?
I got a 10.
I got a 6.
Okay, it is Zemar's turn. You see like a green energy flow from his hands down into the ground, and then
You can really see a doctor.
out of the earth of the arena floor crawl 4 figures.
Like crawl out of the marble?
Yeah, it breaks.
Oh.
And you see in silver armor, grey skinned, bits of glass poking out of them. The Cathys.
Nah! So they're dead?
And they say,
Yeah, they're dead.
Some of that British accent's coming through, even when they're dead.
Dave learns a lesson immediately because if he'd spared that one Kathy, then that's another one that we wouldn't have to deal with.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone just reminded me to roll damage for your arrow. Which you did.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, good job.
It's handy
Thank you,
having a
David.
chat. Okay, and also as you look around, you see that there are zombies starting to come in through the entrance behind you. Okay. Kathleen.
Is it my go?
Yes.
Okay. I disguise myself as one of the zombies. And then,
Is a zombie Kathy's mum?
yes.
Okay.
And then, I like, up to him. And then out of nowhere, he's so unprepared. I'm like, bam! Bam! Bam.
Okay, so you're attacking Zima?
Yeah.
Go for it.
But I'm disguised. He doesn't know. He's not ready.
Okay, roll your attack.
That first one wasn't good. The second one was 19. Okay, 19 for one of my blasts.
Yep.
But for the other one, can I use my point of inspiration to roll again?
Yep.
Okay. 10.
10 is not a hit, but your first blast hits him. Pow.
Good. Pow.
So just to re-establish where we are, we're in the arena now.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd is all gone. They've gone running, screaming, trying to escape Zemar's zombie horde. Zemar is there with a few scattering of zombies around him, knocked over by Dave. There are more zombies coming from the entrance behind you, and there are also surrounding you 4 undead Cathys.
Yes.
Trixie.
Well, I think I'm going to pull a bit of vaguely necromantic adjacent tricks on him. I'm going to pull out my unseen servant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I'm going to get the unseen servant to just stand near the guy. What's his name again? Pyro?
Zima.
Yeah. Zima. He stands next to Zima. And I'm just like, every time he tries to move his arm like this, just like put your hand and like, you know? Like, it would be quite difficult to get anything done if there's a guy standing there and every time you go, it just pushes your arm. So that's
Okay.
what's going on.
So the intention is to disrupt his magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be mildly annoying.
Just like hinder him, yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay, you do that, and we'll see what effect it takes. Maybe just remind me on his turn.
Mm-hmm.
So then we loop back around to Belt.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my arrow's still doing its business anyway, right?
Yes.
Cool. So he's in a pretty vulnerable
He
position,
can't
wouldn't
move.
you say?
Yeah.
But there's still lots of zombies around him.
Yeah. The zombies are kind of all scattered through Dave's action.
Okay. Hey, Dave, what happens to zombies when you light a fire?
If you light them on fire, that's a good thing.
They're vulnerable to fire.
I was just wondering if they have any cool things like rhinos. What about
Maybe a zombie rhino, but all of the animals are alive because I made sure of that.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. You're lucky.
Okay,
You're lucky.
Okay, what about this one then? I'm going to get my longbow out, but I'm going to get out my tinderbox and I'm going to get some of my my shirt that I've ripped off already.
Uh-huh.
And I tie it around the end of the arrow and I'm just going to and then I'm just going to
So you're firing a flaming arrow
yes,
at Zima.
at the zombie closest to Zima.
Okay. It is in fact the closest would be one of the Cathys.
Great.
I've just noticed that Truby has joined the stream. He created the Cathys, and
Yes.
so he has arrived just in time to see the zombified version of his creations be shot with an arrow. So roll your attack.
Yeah. Whichever one is the most sassy is the one to go.
Okay,
Can I roll again?
you can do 2 attacks.
Okay, because that one wasn't amazing. It was okay. It's 13. But I'd learned the go. Yeah, that one was better. 17 plus 9.
Okay, they actually both hit.
Yeah.
Because the Cathys are no longer as agile as they were. They pretty much just stand here as these arrows pile into them. So
And set them on fire.
and set them on fire.
Yeah.
So 2 arrows fire into Kathy with a C, and she's engulfed in flames. Okay, and Dave.
All right. I want to try and disentangle myself from this pile of bodies.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. And then I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna do a big buck kick so that the flaming Kathy is knocked towards Zima.
Oh, okay, great. So if you want to make an athletics check.
17.
17. Yes. So the flaming zombie Kathy slams into Zima, who is
And he's
unable
like,
to move. And that, an inability to recoil away from it increases the damage that he takes.
Okay.
And his robes catch on fire. A Catherine wheel. Okay. Now it is Zima's turn. He is, let's see, he's on fire. He's wrapped in thorns, and he has someone who is trying to slap his hand away if he tries to cast a spell. This is not great for him. But he is still going to try and cast a spell. He's going to cast a Ray of Enfeeblement. And let's see, he's going to get Dave and Belt in the beam.
No.
Oh,
But
no.
I'm going to give him disadvantage because of Trixie's Unseen Servant. So let's see. But so he lines up his ray, but just at the last second, Trixie's Unseen Servant just and the ray just beams into the ground. At that moment, this horde that was building up behind you now spills out into the arena. There's like hundreds of zombies, it seems, ready to just flood through the arena and devour you all.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Is he still like all bound up and
He is all bound up.
Okay. I take my little mage hand, right? And what I do is I fly it along towards him, and then I go dip down, and I take the pinky finger and I like scoop it in the dirt so that pinky finger gets real dirty, and then I fly over to his face because he can't use his hands and he's all bound up, and with the index finger and the thumb I go like this so that he can't breathe through his nose. When he eventually realizes that he can still breathe through his mouth, I go like this, with the little finger that's dirty. So he's like, oh fuck, that's real gross. And he can't breathe, and it tastes real bad, and he can't breathe. And I just do that until he dies.
I was so sure that you were going to do something about this horde of zombies.
No, but if you kill him, they'll die.
Okay.
We think.
So the end result is you put a bit of dirt in his mouth, is that right?
No. I suffocate because he can't breathe through his nose, and he doesn't want to breathe through his mouth because he's gagging because I've rubbed the floor with my finger. So he's like, but he can't breathe, and he suffocates.
Make a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
This is because it's such a terrible idea.
It's a good idea. Okay. What one did you say?
Disadvantage.
Sleight of hand. Plus three, motherfucker. You wait. Here it comes. Okay, so the first one is 10, so that's not good.
It can only get worse from here. That's
13!
13.
so it's 10.
Wait, if I have a point of inspiration from a previous Dungeons and Dragons, can I have another roll?
No, you used it.
No, that was from this one. This is from a previous one.
I don't think you can have multiple inspiration.
Okay, alright, fine. 13.
Okay, so you do squeeze his nose.
Yes.
And he does open his
So we
mouth.
can't-
And then
And then
you stick your magical little finger into his mouth.
yeah, that's real dirty.
That's really dirty.
Little dirty
And
one.
he goes, "Ugh, blah, blah, ah, ah."
And then suffocates.
No, because like compare the size of your little finger with the size of your mouth, Kathleen.
Yeah, but he's gagging from the grossness. He can't inhale. I've killed a man before this way. It works.
I love this marvelous moment of like, do you know what? My mouth just showed that. I'm just gonna opt for the nose, which is blocked.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen. The zombie horde is now almost upon you.
No.
Whose turn is it next? Trixie? Is it?
Yeah. So the horde is upon us.
But some of them are on fire.
Not these ones. Because they're coming from behind you.
You know, I'm just going to... I think I take inspiration from Alfonso's move.
Thank you.
And I'm going to summon my mage hand. And... but what I'm going to do this time... are you guys still on your disc?
I'm still on the disc.
I leave the disc.
The disc is still there, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to jump up on the disc. And then what I'm going to do is get my mage hand. And
you're going to get the little pinky finger.
I take the pinky finger. And it starts to undo belts from belt. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really sorry, Belt. I'm really sorry, but this is the middle, you know, the desperate times. So I'm undoing these belts off of belt and pulling out until my mage hand has like a handful of belt. It floats over to the guy.
Zima.
Yeah, and he and my mage hand starts putting the belts on him. Okay, and he's distracted because he's got the pinky finger and everything's too much. All these belts are being put on him. And then loudly, really loudly, I say from the disc, well, geez, Belt. And I'm looking at Zima. And I say, hey, geez, Belt. Look what a great job we're doing. You really did a good job killing those Cathys and all those other people. It's you that did all this bad stuff here. You're the responsible one, Belt. Good on you, Belt. Like that.
You trying to trick the zombies into attacking him?
Yeah.
I mean,
zombies that he raised?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you came up with a worse plan than Alfonso.
You're not.
Brendon. I think what you're underestimating is how often I'm saying the word belt to this guy. I'm calling him Belt so much.
So much. Look, I will join in too.
Look, just roll.
We all start shouting, Belt!
Roll deception.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that the support that everyone is giving you cancels out the disadvantage that you would obviously have.
Thank you, everybody.
Deception, did you say?
Yes.
21, baby. Blackjack.
Nobody was really sure who Belt was.
The three remaining Cathys turn towards Zima and say, Belt. And start to move towards him.
Yeah.
It worked.
It's working.
The zombie horde, completely unchecked, has now reached you. And like in, like ants that can like go over any obstacle, they've kind of created there's like a big pile of them such that they can reach up to the disc.
Oh no! Okay.
And they are going to try and grab all of you. So
okay.
I want you to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
What if I'm not on the disc?
They're also going to try and grab you though. You're easier to grab, if anything.
Okay.
So what do I add for that one? Oh yeah, dexterity.
Dexterity, yeah.
12.
Plus 3. 21.
You managed to dodge
14.
out of the way. 14?
Yes!
It's a 9.
12.
Alfonso, you managed to avoid the zombies. Everyone else,
Ooh.
you get grabbed and you feel yourself being pulled into this savage horde of zombies. At that moment, you hear a horn sound. You look over to the other side of the arena, the opposite entrance. And there, lined up, you see 4 heavily armoured men with shields. You see 4 elderly turtles. You see a young boy and 3 wild animals. And one of the 4 men who are very good at fighting.
Is it number 3? The one with the fire and the unicorn?
It's not. It's number 1. He steps forward and says, "You know, we've learned a lot from you. We're renaming ourselves the 4 men who are very good at expressing our feelings.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we're not still very, very good at fighting.
No, it doesn't.
And that's what we're going to do right now."
Woo!
And then, as a wave, these three groups of gladiators come charging across the arena and slam into the horde of zombies, pushing them backwards with the ferocity of their counterattack. Belt, you feel the hands start to lose their grip on you, but not completely. It's your turn to act.
Okay. Okay. So I need to deal with these zombies like now, like yesterday.
You need to like, if you can like pull out of their grip, so you could make an athletics check to escape their grasp.
Should I do that now then?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was 16.
Right, yeah. You kick your foot away, and you're free from the zombies as they're being forced further and further back from you.
Great.
What do you
So
do?
I do. Oh, crumbs. Hey, I was thinking about how Pants is here, but just avoided talking about him this whole time.
Yeah.
So where might he be?
Well, I assume that when you were going up in the tube, you had returned Pants to your magical dimension where he resides when you haven't summoned him.
Okay. Hey, let's bring him back.
Okay. So you say the magic word?
Which is hugs?
Suddenly a pole extends in your pocket.
Oh, does it shish kebab any zombies?
Yeah, let's say that the pole just suddenly like it rips through your pocket and just slams into the zombie that was trying to grab you, sending it flying backwards.
That's what I meant to do.
Sure, but we have to say that with so many of your belts being removed and this rip in your pants, your trousers fall down.
But I'm not wearing a shirt either because I ripped it off.
It's true.
You know what? I just rip off my pants.
Okay, you rip off your pants and you summon your pants
Yes.
by saying the magic word.
It's not hugs or kisses.
No, it's
It's something else.
I'm sure everyone's going to cheer when you get it.
No,
is
not
this an endowment
when.
game?
If.
Is it friends? What's up? I can't remember. What is it?
It's
Shall we all vote on whether or not we should tell Belt
I
the
don't-
secret word?
Everyone will be like,
Oh, I know it! Yay!
Yes, your pants appear
Phew, that was hard.
on the disc.
Yeah.
Okay, the disc starts to sink down.
Ooh!
We jump off.
Okay,
So I'm on my pants. I'm not wearing any clothes.
yep, you're riding
I
bareback.
still got my armor on. I'm going to, with my pole, I'm going to take the inspiration of that, and I'm going to just like sharpen the end a little bit.
Uh-huh.
and I'm just gonna go on a shish kebab zombie spree.
All right. Roll an attack.
Okay. I know I get no pluses for that.
Oh yeah. I'll work that out for you.
Good. Okay. I rolled a 7.
A 7. Okay. Make your second attack.
Okay. Oh, I rolled it off the table. 18.
All right. Yes. You realize after the first attack that you have it round the wrong way, so you flip your extendable pole around, and you start running through the zombies that were trying to protect Zemar. You manage to skewer one of the Cathys as well.
Can I put them on the fire as well? Cook them a little bit?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna shish kebab them.
All right, Dave.
All right. Alfonso, is your magical hand still holding Zemar's nose?
Yes.
And where's the pinky?
All right. Can I extricate myself from the zombies again?
Yes. So you've got to break their grip.
Yep.
Athletics check.
That's a natural 1, Brendon.
Okay. Yes. You find yourself you're pulled into the like Homer Simpson being drawn back into the hedge. You're pulled into this just sea of zombies, and you start to disappear from sight. You could still take an action as you are being pulled out, so long as it's not movement.
Okay. I'm out of spells. But I can still flail around with my glaive. Can I?
Yes.
Okay, so as they're pulling me back, I start going with the glaive, so it's like chopping, and then it's like like hedge trimmers in the same metaphor about Homer and the hedge.
Okay, roll your attack.
12?
They're zombies, so yes, you do start to chop up some of the zombies in a kind of food processor kind of way.
Oh, nice.
It's Zemar's turn. Now, the fire has gone out on him. He's still wrapped up in these thorns. Here's what he's going to do. First, he's going to summon a ghostly skeletal hand. And he's going to use it to attack you, Alfonso.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to get the hand to put the pinky in underneath. To you!
Bring it.
So, yeah, it floats over to you, and it sticks. Oh, it takes its little finger.
Yeah.
And sticks it into your ear.
Oh!
And you feel a necrotic wetness. And it sends a chill shiver down your spine.
It's awful.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you take 8 necrotic damage.
Oh.
And then he reaches out, he grabs one of the Cathys, and you see
Which
her.
Kathy?
Yellow cape. You see the Cathy just kind of wither away to dust in his hand. And he seems to grow stronger.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right. That must make it Alfonso's turn.
Okay. So how many zombies are around him right now? He's just like stolen the power from one of them.
So now there are 2 Cathys.
Okay. I want to make, can I make like, can I control flames?
Yes.
I want to make like, how much is it? Like like 5-foot cube of fire or some shit that I can control where it goes.
Okay.
Okay, so can I like fucking burn the Cathies and burn Zima because they're all in the same kind of area, and just like move that 5 feet of fire, just like singe them all, burn them.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just looking up the spell. Okay, you can move the flames around, yes.
Yeah, so can I like sweep the zombies and then get to Zima? Like,
okay, yep. So the flame sweeps over them, burning each of them in turn. Zima is not happy about this. Everything would have been fine if the 4 of you hadn't interfered. Why did you have to fall down that damned hole?
Everyone falls down a hole at least once in their
At
lives.
least once in their lives.
once.
At
Steve,
least.
well, you fell down a hole a long time ago. Morally.
Oh, that's good. Well done.
Trixie.
And you know what? You know what you often get in your mouth when you fall in the bottom of a big hole?
A
You might
piggy finger.
start to taste a little something you maybe don't like so much. And what I do is I cast the cantrip mold earth, and I use it to take some of the earth from the ground and put a little bit more dirt on Alfonso's pinky mate.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's yuckier.
trying to create. Oh, just make it yuckier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you do that. It's yuckier. It's real yucky. Oh, it's so yucky.
Great.
Good job, Trixie.
Belt, it's your turn to act.
Oh.
Around you, you see the other gladiators start to push the zombies further back.
Okay. Okay, I don't know whether to spend time on the zombie or to end Zima.
And him.
End him.
Okay, I'm going to end him, Brendon. Going to do it. He's still like this anyway. And he's all like with my belts on, right?
And your
Yes,
hands are so
he's
dirty.
strapped up in belts and vines, and
Yep.
you're riding straight at him.
I'm riding straight at him. Okay, I'm gonna get out my greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it makes no sense, I am inspired by the fact I have no clothes, and I'm gonna sword dick him.
You gonna what?
I'm gonna stand on Pants. I'm gonna have one leg on Pants' rump and one right up by his neck, and I'm gonna swing my sword.
Is the sword being his dick or your dick in this situation?
It's mine.
Okay, make your attack.
And then I'm gonna like when I get there, give it a bit of that. So okay. 17.
Okay, you can make another attack, and if you want to, once per battle, you can do extra attacks.
And then I what Alfonso did you what?
Do an extra attack.
I'm gonna hit him again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the same.
Okay.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I rolled 18, and that's +5.
All right. Your big swinging sword cleaves into Zima, slicing through him. The second strike seems to strike something hard. and you see a gem that he had around his neck crack.
And his mouth just tastes real bad.
So yucky.
You see suddenly there's kind of a rush of energy out of this crystal, and then he starts to disintegrate until there's nothing but his head balanced on a floating little finger. The rest of his body has completely turned to dust, and then slowly his head also crumbles until there's just a little bit more dirt on that finger.
Was he secretly a lich?
Around him, around you in the arena, all of the zombies also collapse to the ground, leaving only you and some of your gladiator companions on their feet. Man number 3 looks around and says, I think we did it.
Mm-hmm. I take my tiny maid's hand, and then I go over to the other little maid's hand and have a high five.
Okay, you do that. It's tricky because Trixie's is invisible, but you manage it.
Yeah.
And yours has a head on it.
Yeah, but we still do it.
Okay, everyone, with the zombies dead, people start to drift back into the arena. It's the place where they seem most comfortable, so they come back looking for some kind of guidance, and they find the 4 of you standing in the arena. Bluegill walks up to you.
We just killed your chief competitor.
Oh, wow. And he killed the Empress and the Empress's consort.
Oh,
Yeah.
they all did too.
What do we do? Will you stay and rule over us here in the Underdark?
I think that makes you the emperor now, Bluegill.
Me?
Right?
Yeah, I mean, look at us, Bluegill. I mean, I'm a naked man.
And who's our manager?
Exactly.
I suppose I am.
You know, we're not really like figurehead types. I'm a real lead from the bottom kind of guy. My boyfriend Stick does that well.
All of the other gladiators look to Bluegill and then slowly drop to one knee.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the citizens in the arena do the same thing.
Good.
As a centaur, I can't figure out the logistics of that, so I just stay standing.
Bluegill seems overwhelmed. Oh, to think that a fishman from the wrong side of the river could climb his way out of the financial hole that he's been in, living next to a hole. I finally feel complete.
That's
If you ever find yourself in the Underdark, you'll always have a welcome here.
nice.
Okay, Alfonso says, group hug everybody, and then
We fixed the Underdark.
Okay, yes, everyone huddles together for a group hug, and then you return once more to the tube. It's been patched up slightly.
I take this opportunity to just take Bluegill's shirt, which is his team shirt for us, and I fashion it into some kind of beautiful skirt.
Okay.
I just would rather not be entirely naked when I go into a glass tube that ascends.
So you made a skirt?
Keemum
I hold the skirt together.
Keemum waddles over and spits out a couple more t-shirts for you.
Oh, cool. I've got more than one. Yeah. So one, I do like the one like a skirt, and then I get another one, and I go like between the legs and tuck it in.
So it looks a bit like a nappy?
Like
No,
like
it
a
looks
recent
cool. It just-
nappy.
All
I
right.
don't know.
And
Said,
now
but
the four of you slowly rise up the tube. The Underdark getting smaller and smaller below you until finally it's out of sight. You rise higher and higher until finally you find yourselves blinking back in the sunlight, ready to continue on your adventures. Who knows when, who knows where.
Yeah. Going to the School of Magic.
yay.
Oh, like
No.
All right. That brings us to the end of our adventure. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for persevering through the extensive technical troubles that we had at the start. This brings the end to our live stream series, Underdogs and the Underdark. Dungeons and Comedians will return. Maybe
Sorry.
Kathleen.
Sorry.
Obviously, so we had a series of shows planned for Little Andromeda, for going back to our live shows. We don't know what the status is of that, just as we don't know the status of anything. But we will definitely, like, Dungeons and Comedians will definitely be back in one form or another in the future. So I would like to say thank you to Ciaran Searle as Dave the Centaur. I'd like to thank Emma Cusdin as Belt the Fighter, Aaron Jelley as Trixie the Rogue, and Kathleen Burns as Alfonso the Wizard. Let's just take a couple of questions before we wrap up. So Aaron asks, how is Kathleen's hand?
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I've singed off some fingerprints, and it feels numb when I touch things with these 3 fingers now. But I feel all better. But thank you so much for your kind consideration.
Great. Does anyone have anything that they need to plug? Any big shows?
Upcoming live shows.
Oh my God.
Everything's cancelled.
Everything's cancelled, but just tonight, if you've done 48 hours before, they've announced a lockdown series that's happening this weekend, and it's completely free. So if you saw our technical difficulties tonight and went, yeah, give me some of that, then maybe give that a go and have a nice, real stressful week making some fun stuff over the weekend. I know that's what I'll be doing.
So Felix has just asked, how far off course did this adventure go? And so I guess I can answer that. When I planned it, there was kind of like a couple of paths that this could have gone, and it partly depended on the actions that the players took, and it was partly going to depend on, are they going to kill the Cathys or not. But this was...
I still feel bad.
I was surprised.
I know.
I was surprised.
I tried to not kill them. Remember, I tried to be like a psychological angle, but then I just rubbed their faces.
The 10th is disc.
Yeah. But if you hadn't been able to save the whole, if you hadn't been able to save Bluegill from himself as you did, then Zima would have had access to more zombies, which was kind of the plan that he was going for. So you kind of foiled part of his plan there. So I guess that's maybe where it could have diverged.
Yeah, that's true too.
Joe's asking, were there more teams? Yeah, there were heaps of teams. I guess one other thing is that I always misjudge how long like battles and things will take. So I did think that there was going to be more battles, and so lots of people did create some amazing like other gladiatorial teams that I didn't get to use, and also some great arenas that I didn't get to use. So yeah, there was Christina Spears and the Elemental Jacksons.
Cool.
Was one. There was the Gummy Gladiators that were all gummy.
Oh, yum.
There was Big Greg and the Stabbers. Was another one. Yeah, there was a lot of good ones.
I like Big Greg and the Stabbers.
Yeah. It was like a one big Goliath, and then he would throw little guys with knives at you. Yeah. Yeah. If this was a full a full TV series, then you would have fought against all of those foes.
But we're not filming that till next year, eh?
Yeah. Jack wants to know each character's favorite lockdown activity.
As in, like, the character, not the actor.
I think probably asking the actor.
Oh, the actor. Okay. Favorite lockdown activity?
Yeah. Look, it's not my question. Kathleen.
What? I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you gave a significant look.
I've been doing a ridiculous amount of online yoga classes and cooking a lot.
I was definitely going to say cooking is my favorite.
Yeah.
I had enough. Belts would be drinking Pinot Noir, but Emma ran out, so that stopped happening. But hey, here's a cool suggestion that my bubble did: is we put a tent in the backyard as an alternate little bubble venue, and we put some nice, like, cuddly, cute stuff. So it's like a reading nook / nice place to maybe give somebody a video call area without being two in each place. I'd recommend.
I would also recommend, like, having things break in your house that are really important.
Like your hand.
Well, yeah, there's that. But also, like, I had to get my hot water cylinder replaced, so I've had like plumbers and electricians.
Oh my god!
And so I'm like, oh my god, people. And like, yeah, so I don't know. I recommend just break some shit in your house so that you get to call people in.
Great. I've just been spending time with Little Snakes and Littlest Snakes. Yeah, the Littlest Snakes takes up a lot of time. So I should say thank you to Little Snakes, who has been who has made this show possible in a very, very real way. Tim asks, Brendon, when are you going to get to play this? It's an interesting question. Maybe.
Actually, Tim, Brendon played a little secret surprise for his birthday this year.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Yes, on my birthday, again, my wife organised for... so Ciaran was the Dungeon Master, and I got to play as Brendon with Belt's buddies. Ciaran made a character sheet based on my stats, which was I actually felt a bit starstruck to actually be meeting these amazing characters that I'd heard so much about. All right. Okay. I think it's time for us to wrap up. Just thank you again so much for joining us. This was extremely stressful at the start, but then it became a lot of fun as it went on. So yes, we'll see you all again another time. Okay, and then Brendon works out how to end the stream.
You can do it, Brendon.
We'll just wave awkwardly until it ends.
Okay, you gotta keep waving, keep waving,
Oh.
keep waving, keep waving, keep
My
waving.
cat is in my helmet.
3, 2,